Following the release this week of Huawei CFO Meng Wanzhou on bail to her home in the Dunbar neighborhood of Vancouver, I went up to take the temperature and see how residents were feeling about the presence of this individual in their neighborhood. It also happens to be the place where I grew up. It was a very familiar place. It looked in many ways like the place that I knew when I was a kid and in my teens. But of course, as with many neighborhoods in Vancouver, there were also enormous changes. The houses, many of them had gotten much bigger. A lot of the things that were familiar to me, the sites when I was a young person, are no longer there. And that seemed to be the same perception that a lot of people who I spoke with had of the place as well. I think a lot of the forces that we talk about as defining the Vancouver cityscape and Vancouver demography right now are very much at play in Dunbar. It is a little bit of a posher neighborhood, especially now. Though, as when I grew up, there's still lots of working and middle-class folks out there. My friends' families, you know, we were all families of nurses and teachers, you know, instructors and working people. A lot of the folks that have their homes out there and have been living there for decades, those are still the jobs that they have. Of course, there are a lot of people who have brought extraordinary wealth to the area as well. And I think that the advent of having this international player sort of land in the neighborhood and to have had the residents become aware of that person's presence has made them take a little bit of a second look at the changes they've seen and wonder how these sort of global forces are actually starting to manifest in their local environment.